Yo, what's up, guys? It's Envy. Now, today we are continuing on from our lists, right? So last time we did the Iron to Gold mid lane tier list. So today we're going to be doing the support tier list. Now, I would like to give a quick shout out to Jibman, because he's the one who gave me all of these names, right? Because I was like, no, Arcane, Talia, I knew some, right, but I didn't have like a very big list. Right. So what we're gonna do is the same with the last one. We're gonna eliminate the people who I don't think play the role enough in the competitive games to warrant being here. So we're gonna start with Nampaj. Trashcan, he doesn't play the role, right? You see him in jungle, you see him in AD, you see him in mid, right? Even top on the odd occasion. So we get rid of him. The same can be said for ulti, right? At least recently he's been playing a bit more mid than support. So he's also gone. Which brings us down to 13 names, right? And it's probably going to be easier to start from top to bottom. So at number 1 on my support tier list. Now, number 1 is very, very hard. Between Arcane and Sparky. And that is because Arcane loves to fight. In the game, Arcane is the one who will pull the trigger. Whereas Sparky is a bit more controlled. He might get caught a bit, but he's still controlled when he gets caught. Whereas Arcane's just fucking flashing in. So I think for that, we're going to put Arcane at number 1. And then followed behind very closely is Sparky. Right, so once we remove those two names, now it becomes very, very interesting. Because, if I quickly just put that there. Now it's like, where do we go from there? Because a lot of supports will look worse if their AD carry is shit. Right? So you kind of have to factor in a bit of the AD carry's playstyle. So I think at number 3, it's a toss-up between Elias, Talia, and Morgana one trick. But I think I put Elias and in the 3rd spot. This is just below Arcane and Sparky, who is like S tier. I think Elias fits into the A tier quite nicely. Now, I would also like to point out, until recently, I haven't been playing a lot in the bot lane. So this is coming from like a mid laner's perspective. A competitive mid laner's experience. And then from here, I think we have to go with Vortor, who to me is kind of like a budget Sparky. Not saying he's not a good player, but he just does what Sparky does, but not as well. Right. So now's where it's challenging, because Talia deserves to be on this list, and he will be on this list. We're gonna. I don't even know who this is, right? Jep just gave me names of support players, so I'm not really qualified to judge this person because I don't think I've ever seen them play. Then we're gonna. Now both of these, Blizzard was playing mid last night, whereas I think Seiko plays a bit too much jungle to be an option in this list. So right now, we're going to go Talia at 5. I do think his champion pool is a bit on the low end, right? Because it is a running meme that he can only play Nautilus. But you give him Nautilus, and the game becomes so much easier for that team. And then the next player on the list, I think I have to go. It's between these top two, between Delicious and Morgana One Trick. I think I go Delicious because I've seen him play better more often. Right? Normally he might have a worse support, which ends up making the support look worse. But if we're going purely based on the AD carry, well, excluding the AD carry, then I think we go Morgana One Trick at 7, right? Which puts us down to 4 names. Now, this is very difficult, right? Because I have personally played with Matt, and he's not horrible, but some of the the wave pushing is a bit. He doesn't know. With not being a very experienced player, it does happen. But I can't put checks above him. Right, so we remove her from the conversation. Now, Blizzard is not a bad player. And then Lyuna, I think having Cephadromes kind of boosts the value a little bit. Because I rate Cephadromes at least middle of the pack. Whereas Matt's been having nothing but garbage 80 carries for a wee while. Ever since me. I think we do this. Right? We go Blizzard first in the 8th spot. Now, I didn't plan on adding extra things. But, so Blizzard goes 8. We go Matt at 9. And we go Lyuna at 10. Now, again, I'm putting this disclaimer out there. I have never made the role support. I am a mid lane main who dabbles in AD carry, who also dabbles in jungle, right? And this is because nearly every single one of these players I've played with on a team, right? Arcane, played with. Sparky, played with. Alias, played with. Voltor, I can't really remember if I have or not, but I probably have. Talia, played with. Delicious, I don't think I ever had the chance to. Morgana One Trick wasn't playing support, but I know the comms and the player. Never with Blizzard. Matt I'd played with before, quite often. And then Lyuna, I never had the chance to play with. Now, I know this is a lot shorter than my mid lane tier list, but that is because I had a lot more reasoning behind it. But we're gonna look to pump out probably 80 carry next, and then jungle and top. Top being last because it's the only role I've never actually played in competitive. It's been Envy. Peace out.